You know, the market for compact electric cars is just packed these days, isn't it? So today, we're going to take a closer look at a very stylish contender that might just be the perfect fit for city life, the 2026 Opel Mokka EV. Let's see if it's the right one for you.
So, let's say you're on the hunt for a city-friendly EV. The choices out there, they can feel kind of overwhelming, right? You need something that's practical for all your daily errands, but hey, you also want it to look good. So, where do you even begin?
And that's really the challenge, isn't it? This whole market is just a crowded field, which makes it super tough to find the right fit without getting totally lost in all the options.
But let's bring in a contender that's been designed specifically for this exact space, the Opel Mokka EV.
Okay, so what is the Mokka EV really? Well, on paper, it's an all-electric subcompact SUV. But what you really need to get is its whole mission, its entire reason for being. It's built from the ground up to be a practical, stylish tool for city living. That's its purpose.
All right, so what's the case for this car? Let's dig into the upside, where it really shines.
First up, let's talk about the actual driving experience. That electric power plant, it's just so quiet and smooth. A total game changer in that stop-and-go city traffic we all love so much. Plus, its real-world range, we're talking over 300 kilometers, means most of us could get through a whole week of commuting on just one charge. Think about that.
Okay, but what about charging? That's the big question, right? Well, get this. On a proper fast charger, you can juice it up from nearly empty to 80% in about 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes. I mean, that one number is a massive deal. It just crushes one of the biggest anxieties people have about owning an EV. You know, sitting around forever at a charging station.
But hey, it's not just about what's under the hood, right? Comfort and style are absolutely key here. The ride itself is really smooth, and inside, the whole layout is just refreshingly simple and easy to use. No fuss. And then you add that bold, modern look on the outside and the fact that it's compact enough to actually park in the city, and suddenly you've got a really appealing package. And for that long-term peace of mind, Opel throws in an 8-year battery warranty. This is a big deal, folks. It's so significant because it tackles a major worry for anyone thinking about buying an EV. What happens to the battery down the line? You know, the most expensive part of the whole car. 8 years. That's some serious confidence.
But of course, no car is perfect. And to get all those strengths we just talked about, Opel had to make some pretty deliberate compromises. So, let's flip the coin and look at the other side.
And the biggest one, the main trade-off, is range. Look, for zipping around the city, that 300 plus kilometers is fantastic, more than enough. But if you're someone who's planning regular, long highway trips, well, you're just going to have to be ready for more frequent charging stops compared to some of those bigger, pricier EVs out there. It's just a fact of life with this car. And yeah, there are a few other things to keep in your back pocket. The performance, it's modest. Don't expect to be thrown back in your seat. Space in the back and in the trunk is definitely on the tight side. And the handling? It's all about comfort, not about being a sporty canyon carving machine. Oh, and like a lot of EVs, it can be a bit pricier than its gas-powered version. Okay, so with all of that on the table, the good and the not so good, is the Mokka EV your perfect match? Let's really nail down who should be putting this car on their shortlist.
You know, it really boils down to this. If you're commuting in the city or suburbs, if you're a single person or a small family, or if you just really value a comfortable, quiet ride, the Mokka EV is going to feel like a great fit. But on the other hand, if you're constantly hitting the highway for long trips, if you need the absolute maximum amount of space, Or if you're a performance junkie, yeah, you're probably going to be better off looking at something else.
All right, let's bring this all home. What's the final takeaway? What's the core identity of this car?
You know, at the end of the day, the best way to put it is right here. It's a solid, stylish, and comfortable compact electric SUV. It knows exactly what it is, and it doesn't apologize for it. It's a car that's designed to excel in the city and suburbs. You know, the places where most of us do like 99% of our driving.
And that leaves us with one final big question for you to think about. Is a car that's almost perfect for your daily life worth the compromise on those occasional long highway trips? Only you can answer that. But whatever your answer is, it'll tell you everything you need to know about whether the Opel Mokka EV is the right car for you.